Stare hard from Menards. It's the Santa Fe F-3 O-Gauge Beta 3 version that I was able to snag a few weeks back when it was on their website. So I think there are plenty of reviews of this thing out there so far, but I want to just pop it out and see how it works as far as fun factor. I've got two younger boys that usually help with some of this type of stuff, so it made me think, let's see how it functions compared to, say, a comparable Lionel. So stay tuned, and I'll just pop this thing out of the box and show you what it looks like here. So basically, it had a little bit of protection from some styrofoam in the plastic shell cases, so it was kind of the inside of another box, so well enough protected, hopefully. But we shall see. I'll pop this thing out, put some batteries in the remote, and then let's see how it functions. Stay tuned. Now, how does this video sound in comparison? How does this video sound in comparison? All right, so we got the engine unpacked, batteries in the remote. Just a few observations. The remote on this is similar to what the Lionel Lion Chief series of locomotives has. But a couple of cool features. It has a separate volume button. And basically the rest of it is very similar to any other O-Gauge train remote. It's funny, Menard's stuck on brand too. I guess one of their mascots is this German Shepherd, so it's kind of funny they put it over the battery box. Anyway, that's the remote. And then the engine seems pretty standard. But a couple of things I noticed in the bottom. And again, all I did was put some oil on it. But the gears look like they're plastic. But again, it's a beta version, so my assumption is, they saved some bucks on the gears, because it's a prototype. But obviously, if the metal gears aren't there, the length of time that this thing will last would seemingly be shorter than otherwise. And then everything else looks pretty standard. I assume that that's a switch to turn on and off the volume, maybe? We'll find out. And then, yep, power rollers and so on. And the engine itself is cool. It's the same number, 3945, that I think previous beta versions have had. You got the engineer and I guess it's a co-engineer, co-pilot in the seats. That's kind of a cool thing. You got one big old headlight, and it's called the War Bonnet paint scheme that Santa Fe used to use on these types of engines. It's been pretty popular. Yeah, and then the rest is, it's cool. Really good detail, and again, I'm not an expert on, from a prototypical whatever perspective, how accurate this is, but we're going to do a fun run. Here's the bat. Alright, we'll pop this thing on the tracks. Stay tuned. Alright, it's the maiden voyage of the Santa Fe Super Chief F-3 engine from Menards, the O-Gauge Beta 3 version that they're testing. The 3.5 version just recently came out. This is version 3. And we'll see how it runs. I'm going to throttle it up and then get the remote that came with it turned on. This ought to get it going. There it is. Lights came on, and it's off. Let's see, does the horn work? It's got a kind of cool horn on it. It's got the LED lights in it. That's the bell. It's nice and loud. And then let's see what happens when we hit the talk button.
The air brake test was good, so let's get ready to move. Roger that. We are ready to roll. Then let's go. Dispatcher, 3945 East is ready to proceed.
Kind of cool sounds.
3945 East, confirm you're ready. Allowing instructions to track 1. Have a good trip.
Engineer talk or whatever.
Dispatch, I see the signal has gone from red to green. We are moving. Check. The signal is green.
It's a pretty quiet engine, which is cool. I mean, any new engine, make sure you put oil on it so it's good to go. But yeah,
Moving from track 5 to track 1. Track 1 left is green. Confirm green. Cars are rolling through smoothly. 3945 East, you are clear of the yard as you have the main track to mile marker 243.
it actually has a lot of different sounds. It's kind of funny.
45 East confirms mile 243. Detector 84B, train 3945 East. No overheat detected. Dispatcher, detector 84B reports no overheat.
That's cool. There's a lot of
The track is clear, and we have a green signal.
engineered stuff going on.
Green signal.
All right. Well, I'd say this is a win so far. So it's the Santa Fe F-3 Beta 3 Menard Super Chief engine. Slow it down. And it's got the engine sounds that kind of slow down too. Stops pretty nice and smoothly. Let's put it in reverse. I believe a reverse light comes on. Yep. LED. Yeah, cool. Alright. So that's that. I'd say if they're going to start making some lower cost O-gauge engines, this one is a winner. Just put some metal gears in it. Thanks for tuning in. So here's a bonus track. We'll see if my 3-year-old can figure it out. Flip the button on the side, buddy. Push it down, and it'll turn it on. Then you can run it. Yep.
The air brake test was good, so let's get ready to move. Roger.
All right. Throttle it up. Move it on forward there. Yeah, here. This button. No, this one. Then it goes reverse the other way. There it is. Even a 3-year-old can figure it out. Woot.